And above all, you're watching Project Nigel. Yes!
Buy my parts.
Buy my car.
Subscribe to the Project Nigel YouTube channel and shower me with gifts of beer, bacon sandwiches, cake and all manner of things. Ah! Only joking. It's not really what I expect people to do, but it is what has been happening. And I'm not going to complain about that. Hello. Now, you probably know that I am not a particularly organised person. And working down here doing this kind of thing doesn't help a great deal either. Do you know why? Because of this. I want to continue taking stuff off this today, but then ideally I need somewhere to put it. And I have stores, but I've just spent an hour down there just sorting some things out to make room. And then I come to find a tool and I can't find it. Well, that's the majority of the tools I'm using at the moment. And rather than being like on the shelves over there, they're there. And they're there because they're easier to reach than what they are over there. And that's because of that. Because of these loads of parts here of cars I'm not interested in. And to add that, now I've got a V6 engine there as well. So that doesn't make things any easier. I'm feeling motivated. I thought, well, let's sort some of this out now. All I need to do is move Project Kurt out of the way, and then I can have a good old tidy up while I'm making a video about something else. But then, of course, I realised something. Project Timothy is kind of in the way. You can't really get Kurt out with that gap just there. So, considering that Timothy has no engine now, because it's over there, that car won't drive. Stupid winch. It's like trying to complete a 10,000 piece jigsaw when all the pieces aren't in the same box, and they're scattered about all over the house in separate boxes. Some parts are in the fridge, some are in a different box in the loft, and there are a couple of parts that are still in the possession of a man called Toby that I haven't seen for 3 years. Add to that, I have constant messages from people asking about certain jigsaw pieces that I'm sure I have, but I'm not sure what box it's actually in, because if I did, I could just supply you with it straight away. So forgive me for not being so quick on the response. Alright, now have a guess what this car's doing here. What does it need? What does it need? Yes, you needed a jack and a spare wheel, of course. Now that there is Project Someone Else's Car. Maybe you'll remember Project Someone Else's Car. It's the one I picked up from Halifax maybe about a month back or something like that, and dropped it off and got a free Rover 25 pen. I was showing off about that, but today he's given me something else. Yeah, look, a can of IPA. Can't go wrong there. Can you tell the time? I'm sure you can. And if you can, you'll know that quite a bit of the day's gone by and I still haven't tidied anything up. So, what's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on, shall I? I've just sold a wheel and a jack in exchange for some money and some beer. So, if that's not work, what is? That's what it's all about after all. And not only that, I do have a chap coming along very soon to buy this bumper. It's not a bumper, is it? It's a boot lid. And that seat. And he came along too, which I am extra happy about. Even more happy because he bought some door cards as well. So fantastic. In fact, I've met this chap before and he's very much the kind of guy that would probably be happy to spend all day here and clear me out of all my stock. There's a little suggestion for you next time you pop along. And now on to this afternoon. It's time at 4:15 for Captain Mustard to get back into his boiler suit, because there are more things to do this afternoon than I've managed to do this morning. Ready to work. So, my job that I want to complete now is to strip out the interior in this ZT. I've got plenty of time, I should be able to do all of it. Provided these T50s are all okay and they've not been messed with before, it shouldn't take very long. Make jobs much quicker by using a buzz gun, but I'm not keen on using a buzz gun with these things because you can very easily end up just ripping the thing apart because of too much torque. At least when you do it by hand, you can tell when it's not going to move. There we go, that is the front seats out, and the airbag plugs have been basically just soldered in, so I've had to cut those. There's evidence of slugs in here, and there's a couple of tiny slugs there. I generally prefer my carpets without slugs, and of course the obligatory dog hairs. Dog hairs come in new cars as standard, I'm sure of it. There's the rear bench, easy to take out, difficult to put back in again. Rather disappointingly, I haven't found any money under the seats, either front or back. But I have found this. Look at the corrosion on that. It won't be too long before... Oh! Hey, hang on. And I wasn't expecting that. Oh dear. Oh. Wow. That really is pretty bad. Wow. Oh, also, this door isn't opening. Look. Won't open from the inside or the outside. Which means I've got to take the card off while the door's on. Never the easiest thing, that. Not impossible though on these, because the only screw holding this card on is through there. And that's it, the rest of it's just clips. That really was as easy as it looked. Now that really does have to be done if you want to get this door open. And of course I do, don't I? Right, well that's open. But not because I did anything other than just pulled the handle. It's just decided to start working again. They don't make these that easy to get out. Seems daft really. I've given myself more injuries and worked up more of a sweat taking the seats out than I did taking the engine out. MGZT and Rover 75 carpets are very heavy. Clickety bickety bock! I really have had quite a pleasant day today. So pleasant it makes me want to drive like a lunatic on my way home. Not really. Just push it a little bit that way. Woohoo! I promised I'd go home a little bit earlier tonight, and guess what? I haven't done. I just got a bit too carried away, taking bits of me ZT. That ZT, me blue ZT, me trophy blue ZT. Something stinks of burning oil. I hope it's not me. Yesterday I got talking about how I should just try a cheap beer because maybe they're not as bad as I anticipate. And I went into Morrison's and I found these at 90 pence for 4 cans. So I'm actually going to challenge myself. You might think 90 pence, that's a bit rash, isn't it? But I did actually give £1.50 to a man that I've never met outside there. So here goes. And in case it's really disgusting, I have my absolute favourite beer for afterwards. Kind of a comparison, I guess. Ow, I really should get a tripod. Ow. Ugh. Well, it looks like beer. That's a good start. Just smells vaguely bready. Well, doesn't taste that bad. Doesn't really taste of anything particularly. Just tastes kind of generic beery. Maybe that's a good thing. Yes, that's much more like it. Thank you.